Welcome back, Commanders, to episode 2 of our campaign to restore the glory of ancient Egypt. Today, the Pharaohs' army takes a daring leap into the unknown, opening a second front against our enemies. With elite railguns spearheading the assault, the battlefield is set for a clash of strategy, power, and precision. What challenges lie ahead? Keep watching till the end to see what is the outcome of today's war, the outcome of today's episode, and what we are going to do as a surprise. The invasion on Libya is so far successful. I'm going back for the city of Nile to recover it from insurgencies, as I will continue my invasion on the remaining cities. I have my first elite railgun division is ready, and having common borders with Ethiopia is giving me bad feelings. I don't want to have common borders with enemies, so I will be the first one to use the element of surprise by my side and launch an invasion on Ethiopia. Okay, I do not recommend opening two fronts at the same time, but as long as Libya is inactive, so it's good to go for a second front, because I'm not going to expect any resistance from Libya. But if you are playing against active players, guys, do not open two fronts at the same time. Finish nation by nation. Like that, you can only focus on one nation, okay? And of course, do not let your other fronts unprotected. The invasion on Ethiopia has started, spearheading our attack with our elite railgun division, equipped with a recon vehicle for scouting and vision. Okay, if we are playing with artilleries, we will be needing radar vision. We're speaking about AWACS or land radars. These both units are important when using artilleries. In the first episode, I received a lot of questions in the comment section regarding the use of railguns. For those who does not have the Security Council membership and does not have the unit of elite railgun, how they can replace it? Well, you can replace the elite railgun with mobile artilleries and mobile anti-air or mobile SAM launchers. Okay, in the first level of elite railgun, it only has the abilities of artillery. It does not have anti-air. So, elite railguns will have anti-air only since level 2. Okay, level 1, it's only attack from distance, artillery skills. So to replace it, we can use mobile artillery easily. And mobile artillery, they are super strong against hard targets. The second thing, if you want to give anti-air capabilities for your artillery division, you have two choices. Either use mobile anti-air or use mobile SAM launchers and air superiority fighters up above. Because mobile SAM launchers does not have defensive abilities versus helicopters. In order to hunt the helicopters and keep your division intact, you will need air superiority fighters to fly ahead and keep on patrolling over your artillery division and ready and in standby, in order if your land radars detect any kind of helicopters or something, your air superiority fighters will take the action to take them down. Okay, so you see here we do not have anti-air capabilities with our level 1 Thor Mk1 elite railgun, and they are super vulnerable against strike fighters and helicopters early game. So I chose in the ancient Egypt series to start my game with elite railguns. But you guys in your game, if you also started the game with Egypt in solo, and you want to create a challenge as well to recreate the ancient Egypt, you can either use the strategy of strike fighters early game, a combination of strike fighters and national guards will be also useful, or you can use the strategy of national guards and frigates or corvettes early game. Corvettes will give you abilities to go for the Middle East, to go for Greece, Turkey. All of these nations will be super vulnerable to your navy. But our choice today is to carry on with the elite railgun divisions. Later on we will develop the navy, and maybe we will develop the air force. But for now, my main focus will be on artilleries. We will launch we will use the strategy of the spearhead attack, or some of you would prefer to call it the blitzkrieg, when General Rommel used it in the Sahara in Egypt, Libya, to attack the British forces there in Africa. The blitzkrieg attack was efficient. Also, it was used in the Operation Barbarossa between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, and also the blitzkrieg attack has been used versus France in the earliest of the World War II, when Germany crossed all over Belgium and Netherlands in order to get to France and flank its defenses from behind using the paratroopers and the blitzkrieg attack. The blitzkrieg attack is its translation is spearhead attack, which focus your main forces, land armies in the center, break enemy lines with the cover of air force and flank them from behind, encircle them and isolate them from the logistics, from the supply routes, everything. In this series, we will use this strategy, the spearhead attack, where we will be using the elite railgun divisions to break enemy lines and use the other National Guards or motorized infantry on recon vehicles to finish the business. You see here, the city of Asmara has been weakened. Now I can take it with my weakened division, but I need my artillery firepower in the city of Khartoum because I see here a weakened division. I cannot take it with a few infantries, so we will need the power of railguns. Also, I'm sending my second ready railgun in the city of Aswan to the city of Al Jawf in order to eliminate it, and later on we will move to Benghazi. If these two invasions go successful, it will be a great start of a game, conquering two nations at the same time. It will be a great boost of our economy production, and also it will be a great boost for our geopolitical power. What I mean by geopolitical power is when getting so much land, getting a decent place in the leaderboard, like that other nations will fear you. It's either they will fear you and avoid getting in a war against you, or they will put you under their radars and consider you as a potential enemy, because playing in solo and climbing the leaderboard so quickly will definitely attract eyes for you, will definitely attract enemies for you. So I set my 9th Elite Railgun Battalion near the city of Al Jawf and the 10th Elite Railgun Battalion near the city of Khartoum overnight, and I went to sleep. In the morning when I opened the game, I found that these cities were cleaned up. Now let's move to the next ones. Asmara has been conquered successfully. Now the route is for Bahir Dar and Addis Ababa, the capital of the Ethiopian kingdom. The ancient Egypt now is conquering all over the Nile River. My first goal is to conquer all of the Nile River, because the recreation of the Pharaohs empire or the ancient Egypt speaks about the Nile River that needs to be under our reign, and in order to get it successfully we need to go down all the way through Ethiopia, later on Kenya, to have all the power on the eastern side of the African continent. In the meanwhile, we'd like to have our power on the Mediterranean Sea by conquering Libya. Algeria is going to be a potential ally or a potential friend. For now, we have a peace pact. We established a peace pact with him. I hope he does not betray us afterwards. But playing in solo, you will need to have friends, because you cannot win it when everyone is your enemy. At least in the beginning of the game, you will need to keep some of your sides protected. The land radars are ready, now being sent to the front, another being sent to scout around the capital Cairo, and we are at the end of today's episode. Let's meet in episode 3. Thank you boys for watching, and bye bye.